Hey, it's Prerak and today we are installing Direct TPMS in my 2016 Polo GT. Now before I can install Direct TPMS in my car, I need to upgrade its BCM. What is a BCM you ask? BCM stands for Body Control Module. It handles all the interior bits of your car like headlights, tail lights, interior lights, locking and unlocking of your car. So it is a very integral part of the car. It handles communications between different modules, and this is my stock BCM which cannot support this. So we have this BCM Max. It says 90D, which is the maximum BCM that you can get for this car. So let's install this. Now I'm not installing this entirely. It has a lot more functions that it can use. I'm just wiring its CAN bus for now so that we can install the Direct TPMS. To install it, just leave it on a driver's seat with the CAN bus and shut the door. And when you open it, it should be installed.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
And just like that, the BCM has now been installed. So let's get to work on installing the Direct TPMS. Now obviously it is a lot more work than I just showed. So I will be posting a separate video on that because it requires a lot more work, it has a lot more things, so it deserves a video of its own. So this is the wiring for the Direct TPMS module. It just has power, ground and CAN bus. You can give this CAN bus directly from the BCM, but I already have a CAN bus line running at the back. CAN bus is just the powertrain or communication bus over which all the different modules communicate. I have a CAN bus line running to the back for the 8K OPS already, so I will give it CAN bus directly from that, power from the fuse box, and for the ground we'll see somewhere. So let's go at the back. So as you can see, behind this wiring mess is the 8K OPS module and the CAN bus line I was talking about. I'll just take CAN bus from here. This is the 16-pin connector which has the CAN line running inside of it. Lift this up and the block should come right out. As you can see, the orange black is CAN high and the orange brown right here is CAN low. So it is in 15 and 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, yeah, 10 and 15. I'm going to deepen them, put them in this Y tap right here, and it just splits the signal into two. And this wire goes back in here originally, so it retains the original CAN bus and gives CAN bus to the module as well. I'll just join them right here now. This is the length of CAN bus I've cut because originally the kit assumes that you're going to run it all the way to the BCM and put the module back here, but we are just using the CAN bus from here, so no need of this. This is the Y tap, this right here. It's flap so it can accept the two new wires. I need to install CAN low, and number 1 I need to install CAN high. With the wires in, I'm going to lock this, which is locked. Now we can insert it right here, but before I do that, as you can see, it has two wires coming out. One goes to the new module, one has to return to the original ones. So now with the CAN bus sorted, I'm going to give it ground from a point which is right here. There's a good ground point here which I can utilize. I'm going to route the ground wire till there from this trim and give it ground there, and the power will go up front to the fuse box because it requires constant 12 volts, terminal 30. I'll tape this ground along this harness that's already going across. This is a 10 mm nut which is the ground location. I'll just undo this and give it ground from right here. All that's left now is this power. So I'm going to send the power along this dorsal trim. We lift up this seat because there's one lock right here. can just remove this trim like that. I'll just route the wire through here now. Now I should reduce the length of this wire as well because they've given it according to a limousine, I think. So I have a hatchback. And now to wire it, you can either use a fuse tab or wire it directly behind the fuse box like I will do. This requires constant 12 volts. So I am already running a fuse which has constant 12 volts. I'll just tap into it from the back. I'll cut this, splice it and just tap into it at the back. So in the fuse box, there is an empty slot, slot number 24, which is empty. I have added a wire in there myself and I have spliced that wire which I added, not by Volkswagen. Spliced it and added the power for the Direct TPMS module. Now I'm just taping this power wire along the factory harness so that it looks less messy. Now with the wiring all done, it's time to put the trim pieces back together, head to the tire shop and get those sensors mounted. Now I'll just leave this module right here with this double-sided hook and loop. So it's all put back together now. Let's head to the tire shop. So what is the difference between direct TPMS and indirect TPMS? Direct TPMS means that there are sensors directly inside of the wheel, while in indirect TPMS there are no real sensors. It's just the ABS detects that a wheel has deflated. How does it detect that? When a wheel deflates, its circumference reduces a little bit, which means that it will spin a little bit faster. So the ABS picks up on that and throws an error in the dash that you have a flat tire. But you won't know which one, at least in this car. In different cars, they do tell that this particular wheel has deflated, but this doesn't tell that. And it will be good to know the exact pressure of my tires at all times. So we need to go to 19 CAN gateway, installation list, and activate 65 tire pressure. Which is this right here. It should pick up the module now. Yep, it picked up the module. Perfect. After driving for about a kilometer, you can see the pressures have appeared. We also have a new menu in settings, which is tire pressure. Here you can select part load or full load, based on which it decides how much pressure you should run. And we have another unit we can change, tire pressure, either bar, PSI, kilopascals. I prefer PSI. So yeah, this is what it shows. Now let's deflate the passenger side rear tire, because this would usually go unnoticed. So now I have deflated the tire, but it doesn't look like it is deflated. This is something that would go unnoticed. So let's see if there is an error on the dash. Now it will ask me to check tire pressure. On the inside, it was displaying 28 psi and it's very accurately right there. It's just shy of the 30 psi mark. Now I could have unlocked a few more menus if I had VCP or ODIS, but I don't have access to it right now. There are a few more parameters that you can add and unlock a few more menus. But wait, I did get access to Otis and unlocked those two menus. So this is the new menu. You can install however many tire types that you want. I have just installed my Lenzo's Jagerdyna 17-inch and the GTI rims if I ever get them. So what changes is, once you change the tire type, the load on them can be changed. So based on full load, as you can see, it shows 35 and 38. And on part load, which means that you're not running full load, it shows 32 and 29. So that's all I want to share on the topic of adding direct TPMS to my Polo GT. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.